Have you ever experienced this? You start learning English with huge excitement. You download a new app, you buy a notebook, you create a perfect study plan. For the first few days, everything feels amazing. You wake up motivated, you practice speaking, you listen to English videos. But then, a few days later, something changes. You become tired, you lose interest, you skip one day. Then, one day becomes 1 week, and suddenly you are back where you started.
Alex, this is exactly what happens to me. Every time I start something new, I feel extremely motivated. But after some time, my motivation disappears. I start wondering, maybe I'm not good at English. Maybe I don't have enough talent.
Sarah, this is one of the biggest misunderstandings about success. The problem is not that you are not talented. The problem is that you are depending on something that cannot stay forever: motivation. Motivation feels powerful, but motivation is temporary. Discipline is different. Discipline is what helps you continue when motivation is gone. And today, we are going to discover why discipline is more important than motivation.
Alex, can you explain this with a real example? Because many learners understand this idea, but they still struggle to apply it.
Of course. Let me tell you about a student named Daniel. Daniel wanted to improve his English speaking skills. He was very excited. On the first day, he created a huge plan. He said, "I will study English 3 hours every day. I will memorize 50 new words. I will watch English movies every night." His motivation was very high. For 1 week, Daniel followed his plan perfectly. But after 7 days, his energy started decreasing. One evening, he came home tired from work. He thought, maybe I will skip English practice today. And that one skipped day became 2 days, then 3 days. After 1 month, Daniel stopped practicing completely.
That sounds very familiar. I think many learners have experienced the same thing.
Exactly. Now, here's the important question. Did Daniel fail because he was lazy? No. Did Daniel fail because he didn't want success? No. The real problem was that he built his progress on motivation instead of discipline. Motivation says, I will do it when I feel excited. Discipline says, I will do it because it is important.
So discipline means doing something even when we don't feel like doing it?
Exactly. That is the difference between people who make progress and people who stay stuck. Successful English learners don't practice English only when they feel inspired. They practice because they have created a system, they have a routine, they have habits. They keep going. In today's episode, we are going to learn 3 important ideas. First, why motivation disappears and why you should not depend on it. Second, how to build a routine that makes English learning easier. Third, how to stay disciplined and keep going even during difficult days. We will also learn some powerful English expressions. Stay disciplined, build a routine, keep going. By the end of this lesson, you will not only understand these phrases, you will understand how to use them in real conversations.
Alex, I have a question. If motivation is not reliable, should we ignore motivation completely?
No, not at all. Motivation is useful. It's the spark that helps you start. But discipline is the engine that helps you continue. Think about a car. Motivation starts the engine, but discipline keeps the car moving towards the destination.
I like that comparison. So motivation helps us begin, but discipline helps us finish.
Exactly. And this is something every serious English learner needs to understand. Because becoming fluent is not a one-day achievement. It is the result of small actions repeated consistently.
Alex, I think I understand the difference between motivation and discipline now, but I still have one problem. Sometimes I really want to improve my English, but I just don't feel like studying. What should I do on those days?
That's actually the most important moment. Most people think successful people are always motivated, but that is not true. Successful people also feel tired. They also feel lazy. They also have days when they don't want to work. The difference is they don't let their feelings control their actions.
So you're saying that fluent English speakers also have difficult days?
Absolutely. Imagine someone who has been learning English for 2 years. Do you think they practiced every single day because they felt excited every day? Of course not. There were days when they were busy. There were days when they were stressed. There were days when learning English was the last thing they wanted to do. But they created a system. They made English a part of their lifestyle.
Can you explain what you mean by a system?
Sure. A system means you don't make a decision every day. You create a routine. For example, instead of saying, "Should I practice English today?" you decide, "I practice English every morning for 20 minutes." The decision is already made. You don't waste energy thinking about it.
That makes sense, because sometimes I spend more time deciding whether to study than actually studying.
Exactly. Many learners don't fail because English is too difficult. They fail because they depend on daily decisions. A routine removes the struggle.
So motivation is based on feelings.
Yes, motivation is connected to emotions. For example, you watch an inspiring video about successful people. You feel excited. You think, "From tomorrow, I will completely change my life." That feeling is powerful, but after a few days, the emotion becomes weaker.
Because emotions change.
Exactly. Your feelings change every day. Sometimes you feel energetic. Sometimes you feel tired. Sometimes you feel confident. Sometimes you doubt yourself. But discipline does not depend on your feelings. Discipline depends on your commitment.
So discipline means keeping a promise to yourself.
That is a great way to describe it. When you say, "I will practice English for 15 minutes every day," and you actually do it, you are building trust with yourself. Every small action tells your brain, "I am someone who keeps promises."
Can you give an example of a realistic English routine?
Of course. Many learners create unrealistic plans. They say, "I will study English 5 hours every day." That sounds impressive, but after a few days, it becomes difficult. A better approach is to build a simple routine. For example, morning, 10 minutes listening practice. Afternoon, learn 5 useful expressions. Evening, speak for 5 minutes about your day. This may look small, but small actions repeated every day create big results.
I think many people underestimate small habits. They think improvement only happens with big efforts.
Exactly. But fluency is built through consistency. Think about a person learning a musical instrument. A person who practices 20 minutes every day will usually improve more than someone who practices 5 hours once a month. English works the same way. Now let's learn our first powerful English phrase. The phrase is, stay disciplined.
What exactly does stay disciplined mean?
It means continue following your plan even when things become difficult. It means controlling yourself and staying focused on your goal. For example, to become fluent in English, you need to stay disciplined, meaning you need to continue practicing even when progress feels slow.
Can we use it in daily conversations?
Absolutely. Examples: successful athletes stay disciplined with their training. Students who stay disciplined usually achieve better results. Stay disciplined and your future self will thank you.
I like that last sentence. Your future self will thank you.
Yes, because every action you take today creates your future. Our second phrase is, build a routine.
I hear this phrase often. What does it really mean?
Build a routine means creating a regular pattern of actions, something you do repeatedly until it becomes natural. For example, I built a morning routine to improve my English, meaning I created regular activities every morning for English learning. Examples: I wake up early because I have built a healthy routine. She built a reading routine to improve her vocabulary. Building a routine makes difficult tasks easier.
So instead of forcing yourself every day, you create a habit.
Exactly. A good routine makes success easier. The third phrase is, keep going.
I know this phrase, but I want to understand the deeper meaning.
Good question. Keep going means continue moving forward despite problems, difficulties, or slow progress. It is a phrase of encouragement. For example, you are improving, keep going. Learning English takes time, but keep going. Even if you make mistakes, keep going.
So when someone says keep going, they are encouraging you not to quit.
Exactly. It reminds you that progress is created through persistence. Now you understand 3 important expressions: stay disciplined, build a routine, keep going. But knowing expressions is only the first step. A fluent speaker also needs to understand how native speakers actually see these phrases. In next section, we will practice pronunciation, connected speech, and shadowing like a native speaker. Sarah, now you understand the meaning of these expressions. Stay disciplined, build a routine, keep going. But becoming fluent is not only about knowing words. A big part of fluency is understanding how native speakers actually say these phrases. Because in real conversations, native speakers do not pronounce every word separately. They connect sounds. They speak naturally.
Yes, that is one of my biggest problems. I can understand English when I read it, but when I listen to native speakers, they sound too fast.
This is a very common challenge. Many learners think native speakers speak too quickly, but actually the problem is not only speed. The problem is connected speech. Your brain has learned textbook English, but native speakers use natural English. Let's practice. Phrase 1. Stay disciplined. Normal English, stay disciplined. 2 separate words. Stay disciplined. Natural speech, stay disciplined. Native speakers connect the sounds. Stay disciplined. The final sound becomes softer.
So native speakers don't always pronounce every sound strongly?
Exactly. They focus on rhythm and meaning. The goal is communication, not perfect individual sounds. Listen first. Stay disciplined if you want to achieve your goals.
Stay disciplined if you want to achieve your goals.
Excellent. Again, with natural rhythm. Stay disciplined if you want to achieve your goals.
Stay disciplined if you want to achieve your goals.
Now, our second phrase. Build a routine. Normal, build a routine. Natural, build a routine. The words connect together. Example, normal, you need to build a routine. Natural, you need to build a routine.
Need to becomes needa?
Exactly. In spoken English, many small words become reduced. This is why listening practice is so important. Now, the third phrase, keep going. Native speakers often reduce the ending sound. Keep going. Example, normal, keep going. You are doing great. Natural, keep going. You're doing great.
That sounds much more natural.
Yes, and remember, you don't need to force yourself to sound native immediately. First, train your ears, then your speaking will improve naturally. Now we are going to do one of the most powerful exercises for fluency. It is called shadowing.
What is shadowing?
Shadowing means listening to a sentence and repeating it immediately while copying pronunciation, rhythm, speed, emotion. You are not just repeating words, you are training your brain to speak automatically. Don't repeat yet, just listen. Sentence. Motivation can help you start, but discipline helps you continue. Listen again. Motivation can help you start, but discipline helps you continue. Now, repeat after me. Ready? Motivation can help you start.
Motivation can help you start.
But discipline helps you continue.
But discipline helps you continue.
Great. Now the complete sentence. Motivation can help you start, but discipline helps you continue.
Motivation can help you start, but discipline helps you continue.
Now listen to the natural version. Motivation can help you start, but discipline helps you continue. Notice, can help you sounds connected. Help you becomes almost one sound. Repeat. Motivation can help you start, but discipline helps you continue.
Motivation can help you start, but discipline helps you continue.
Next sentence. Successful people don't wait for motivation. They build a routine. Listen. Slow version. Successful people don't wait for motivation.
They build a routine.
Successful people don't wait for motivation, they build a routine. Final practice sentence. Even when progress feels slow, keep going and stay disciplined. Listen. Repeat. Even when progress feels slow,
Even when progress feels slow,
keep going and stay disciplined.
keep going and stay disciplined.
Excellent. This is how you train your brain to think and speak more naturally.
Alex, many learners translate everything in their mind. How can they stop doing that?
The solution is simple. Start training yourself to think directly in English. Do not create a sentence in your native language first. Instead, connect ideas directly with English. Let's practice. What do you do when you lose motivation? Don't translate. Think in English.
I can say, when I lose motivation, I take a small step and continue my routine.
Excellent. That is exactly how fluent speakers think. Why is discipline important?
Discipline helps me continue even when things are difficult.
Perfect. Notice something? These answers are not complicated. Fluency is not about using difficult words. It is about expressing your thoughts clearly and naturally. Today, we discovered an important truth. Motivation is a feeling. Discipline is a choice. Motivation can disappear, but discipline helps you move forward. In the final part, we will summarize today's lesson and talk about the mindset that separates successful English learners from those who give up. Sarah, before we finish today's episode, I want to ask you one important question. After everything we discussed today, what do you think is the biggest difference between someone who improves their English and someone who stays at the same level for years?
I think the biggest difference is not intelligence. It is not talent. It is consistency. The person who keeps practicing every day eventually improves.
Exactly. That is the biggest lesson. Many learners think successful people are successful because they are always motivated. But the truth is different. Successful people are successful because they have learned how to continue even when motivation disappears. Motivation is beautiful. It gives you energy, it gives you excitement, it helps you start a new journey. But motivation is like the weather. Some days are sunny, some days are cloudy. You cannot control the weather, but you can control whether you continue walking.
That's a powerful example. So we shouldn't wait for the perfect feeling before we take action.
Exactly. A lot of learners say, I will practice English when I have more time. I will start speaking when my English becomes better. I will study when I feel motivated. But the problem is, the perfect time rarely comes. You create progress by taking action first. The motivation often comes after you start. Let's quickly review today's 3 biggest lessons. Lesson 1. Motivation disappears. Motivation is temporary. It changes with your emotions, energy, and situation. Never build your success only on motivation. Build it on discipline. Lesson 2. Build a routine. A routine removes daily struggle. Instead of asking, do I feel like practicing today? Create a system. I practice English every day because this is part of my life. Small actions repeated consistently create amazing results. Lesson 3. Keep going. Your progress will not always be fast. Some days you will learn quickly. Some days you will struggle. But remember, slow progress is still progress. The only real failure is stopping completely. Before we leave, let's practice today's 3 powerful expressions one more time. Phrase 1. Stay disciplined. Meaning, continue following your goal even when it is difficult. Example, if you want to become fluent in English, stay disciplined. Phrase 2. Build a routine. Meaning, create regular habits that support your goal. Example, build a routine of listening to English every day. Phrase 3. Keep going. Meaning, continue moving forward. Example, your English is improving. Keep going. Now repeat this final sentence. This sentence represents today's entire lesson. Listen carefully. Motivation may start your journey, but discipline will help you reach your destination. Again, motivation may start your journey, but discipline will help you reach your destination.
Motivation may start your journey, but discipline will help you reach your destination.
Excellent. Remember this. You don't need to feel motivated every day. You need a reason, you need a routine, and you need the discipline to keep going. If you're learning English right now, remember, every sentence you practice, every mistake you make, every minute you spend listening, it is building the future version of yourself. Do not compare your beginning with someone else's progress. Stay patient, stay disciplined, keep going. Because fluency is not created in one day. It is created through thousands of small decisions repeated over time.
Thank you, Alex. I came here thinking I needed more motivation, but now I understand. I need better discipline.
Exactly. And that small change in mindset can completely change your English journey. In our next episode, we will explore another important question. Why do some people understand English but still cannot speak fluently? We will discover the hidden mistakes that stop learners from speaking naturally. Don't miss it. Until then, stay disciplined, build a routine, and keep going.